Okay, should we tell them what we learned about sidecars, bud? That they're tasty. I just wanted to share some things that I learned while I was out riding the sidecar with my daughter the past weekend. We rode 248 miles, and I've driven sidecars before, but never that far. One thing I learned is if you go somewhere on a sidecar, a lot of people are going to look at you and wave and take pictures and stop and talk to you. If you go anywhere in a sidecar with a small child, I mean, he hasn't because he's too small to ride, but my 5-year-old went with, expect every stop to take at least 20 minutes, whether it's for snacks or because someone thinks it's just the cutest thing in the world. We stopped a lot. Other things I learned about sidecars. It doesn't matter how good they're set up. I've driven Urals. I've driven, Honda 1100s with sidecars. A couple Yamaha Tenerays with sidecars, and it doesn't matter how well they're set up. It's hard on you. I know guys who have done really big rides with sidecars, and they take a ton of time and money setting them up right. This is obviously not a high-dollar rig. Are you eating my hair? Are you eating my hair? Oh no, not my glasses. Ah! You're a ham on camera just like your sister. Yeah. But, the steering on this got kind of heavy after a while, mostly because of the high crown in the road where I was riding. One thing about sidecars is you need to practice a lot before you go out and drive them. I didn't have enough practice, really. There was one situation I got into where the ruts were real deep, and the sidecar got dropped into it, and it yanked the bars out of my hand, and it kind of hurt my shoulders and my back a little bit, but panic stopping in a sidecar is not really a possibility because you'll flip it, basically. Cornering, weight transfer is everything. You see a lot of MotoGP guys getting almost off the bike to put their weight to the inside of the corner. There's a lot of that with sidecars too, but it's so you don't flip over. That hurts, little man. You got me good now. Ugh. Dang. But for me, this sidecar is probably going to be let's put it on to go play out in the snow in the winter, or let's go do 50 miles of gravel, or let's go across town to get ice cream type of thing. It's not going to be a long distance touring thing, because I did that Sunday and I don't plan on doing it again. Oh yeah? It's very fun for kids to play around in too. I'm gonna stand up so he can't rip my hair out anymore. Yeah, you little jerk, you're ripping my hair out. Yeah. But other things about the sidecar. The 250 is not enough engine. I've got a +5 tooth rear sprocket, and I had the tires inflated all the way to maximum capacity. I put rear spring preload in the back all the way up, and I put heavier weight oil in the forks, but it's not enough. The suspension is a little bit too squishy for my liking, for what this is, and the 250 is not enough power. I'd like to do a big bore kit for this bike. I'd been wanting to do one for a long time. I don't necessarily want to do the big bore just for the sidecar, because I can get around 50-55 miles an hour just fine with the 250 engine, but I'm gonna keep this as my primary bike, so I want more power. Don't need it for the sidecar again, but if there's a real big headwind and you're going up a hill, 45 miles an hour is about all you're gonna do. It's not quite enough bike in several aspects to do this, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Rowan really liked it, and the concern that a lot of people have myself included, is she's not buckled in, and the seat is a little high. The sidecar's a little high too, but the concern is she might bounce out, or what happens in a crash. Well, my thought was I don't have a roll cage on this, because that would have been another 20-30 pounds. But I don't have a roll cage, so I don't want her strapped down to the seat, because if we flip over, I don't want her pinned in here. Or this little guy in a few years, right? Yeah. But yeah, sidecars completely change your whole riding experience. I honestly am not a huge fan of it. I wanted this experience just because I want to try all these different motorcycling things, but I'm not going to be a sidecar person. It's neat to have. I'm really proud that I built it, but it's just not my style. It's hard enough riding a motorcycle and not getting run over and being safe and everything, but then you add the sidecar, it doubles or triples the amount of work it takes to ride. You have something to say, bud? Oh yeah? Yeah. But you know, it's a very interesting experience. I didn't have a bad experience, you know, but it's a lot of work to ride. So I think in the near future I'm just going to go to just riding the bike by itself, and maybe throw this back on sometime in the winter just for fun once I get everything painted. But in the end, I'm very happy I built it. My daughter loves it to death. Every single time we stop, if there are people around, they come and see what it is, and, oh, did you build that yourself? And she must have a lot of fun, that sort of thing. You know, neat project, glad I did it, but it has not convinced me that sidecar is the way to go. Definitely ride one, or ride in one if you can. It's a very unique experience. I think all motorcycle people should at least try it once. It handles nothing like a traditional motorcycle in any aspect after you bolt this on. But you know, it is great for kids too, because then you don't have to worry about them falling off or falling asleep as much, because they're in a seat, in a container basically. Are you excited that you get to ride this in like 2 years? Yeah? Yeah, you just play in it till now, huh? Whoa, bud, you can't climb out. Come here. Come here. Oh, you don't want out either. You want me to lift you up, or you just want to climb? Just want to climb? Okay. Yeah, you know, if you have any questions about the sidecar bike, either one, combination of them, I'm doing a Q&A video soon, so you know, please send your questions into Kory's Rides on Facebook. Email them, korysrides@hotmail.com, or if you find my Q&A video, which should be just before or after this one in my videos playlist, go ahead and post your question on there, and I will try to answer it. Thank you for watching.